yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I got these mouths to feed. Then I think about where I've been, and I must believe that if he did it, he'll do it again. God has been too good to me. Every good and perfect thing, let's see what today may bring. For my good, for my good, it's so working. For my good, it's gonna work out. For my good, yeah.
Let me tell you just how I know when I lost it all. He returned it 100-fold, cause I held on to his promise. If you wonder what the future holds, if it will get better, just rest and take it slow, one foot in front of the other.
Every good,
Perfect thing. Let's see
today may bring.
for my good.
For my good,
I see it working.
it's all working.
Yes, it is.
For my good, for my good,
It's gotta work.
it's all working.
For the Lord is good, and his mercy endures. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. For my good, it's all working. For my good, for my good,
Okay. Can you all hear me now? Okay. Oh my gosh, I was having a whole conversation with you all, and you couldn't hear anything I was saying. I'm putting lotion on my hands right now. What I was explaining is I had a scramble trying to get started because I was sitting here waiting, and a person who was supposed to pick something up from me yesterday, I look out the window and they're pulling up, and I'm like, it was right when it was time for me to go live, and so I'm like scrambling to get together what they were supposed to pick up. And I am scrambling to get together what they were supposed to come and get yesterday. And then they were also dropping some stuff off, so I had to get that stuff situated. It was a mad dash, you guys. Oh my gosh. But I am here, thank God. And you all are here. I was also explaining. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, let me catch my breath. Man, that was a mad dash. And then of course, in moments like that, then my microphone would not be working, right? Why would your microphone be on? Like, hi Amy, hi Shannon, hi Jane, hi Brittany. Thank you guys for being here. I had pulled out. Let me do a little haul first. I have a little small haul, and I pulled out my alcohol inks and I'm blending goodies, etc. Because I had in mind that I was finally gonna redo my Neocolor 2 cases that I had done. Anybody who is new may not know. Sorry. But most of you do. This is how I store my Neocolor 2s, right? And I had done this alcohol ink art on the covers that was supposed to correspond to the colors inside each case. So I would just know, oh, that's the greens or that's the blues. Well, I didn't end up liking the art, so I never did seal it. So now it's got scratches because I never sealed it because I knew I wanted to redo all of them. And so I kind of had in my mind that I was going to do that today, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to color. I think I need to, sorry, I'm putting those back. I think I need to just, relax and color. But I do have a haul video, you guys. Okay, I have talked about it a few times that I'm trying to get into gel plate printing. And I know some of you know all about that. And so far, the only start I've gotten is buying gel plate printing supplies. And I haven't done it yet. And every weekend I'm like, this weekend I'm going to do it. This weekend I'm going to do it. I haven't done it. But I keep buying paint and I keep buying gel plates. Well, I take that back. There's only so many gel plates you can buy, right? I have a 5x7, an 8x10, and a 12x12. This is a person who's never done any gel plate printing. I have Liquitex Basics paints. I have Master's Touch paints. All aplenty. But then this weekend, I went to Ollie's, you guys, and they had these paints. Now, this is Bria Reese. The only thing I use from Bria Reese, and I love, is their alcohol inks. Right? But I was like, these tubes of paint is 4 ounces for $1.79. So I was like, let me grab some. Let me show you guys what I got. Right? And I need paint like I need a hole in my head, okay? Shout out to Prince, if you guys remember that song that he had. But each one was $1.79 for 4 ounces of acrylic paint. Some of them are metallic. These are rose gold. I got rose gold metallic, pink metallic, Is any of the other, and blue metallic. These are not metallic. I got this because it reminds me of Parchment from Liquitex, which is like this creamy color, but it's got like this green tinge to it. I don't know. This is called Raw Linen. Light ultramarine, warm, I think must be warm gray. I got to take the stickers off in cobalt green. So that's the first thing, you guys. And trust me, I do not need more paint, but I couldn't leave it there. And then I was on Amazon, so I'm getting ready. Is anybody else in like prep for Amazon Prime days? Or am I the only person who does something like that? So Amazon Prime days start, I feel like it starts on the 23rd, which is Wednesday, which I'm viewing as kind of like a, I'm viewing it as like a reward day for me, because I also have a dentist appointment that day. So after the dentist does whatever they're going to do to me, then I'm going to reward myself with the Amazon Prime Day shop. It could be one item. I don't even care. I have one thing I really, really, really want. And I hope it's on sale. And the last time they did it, this item I want was on sale. And I talked myself out of getting it. And you guys, I've been wanting it ever since. So we'll see. If I get it, then I'll be back on next Thursday, reporting back to let you know that that I got it or didn't get it. So I got that, and then I got some. I'm also trying to be in my art journaling era. Now, some of this stuff, I think I showed these stickers last week with all of these beautiful brown women. How cute is this sticker book? I got this from Amazon. I know I showed that last week. In fact, I don't think I've showed you all this one. This is more for my, well, I use stickers all the time, but in my mind and now when I'm buying stickers, I have like junk journaling, art journaling in my head. So that's why I got these. Aren't they lovely and vintage? My version of junk journaling does not involve me actually saving any junk, okay? It's just not my ministry. I can't, I need things to be orderly, and I need things to be contained. And I feel like if I start saving everything that comes through my hands, that could overwhelm my space pretty fast. Brittany says, be careful, the acrylic paints dry fast. Wow, so the Brie Reese is different than other acrylics? Like they dry way faster? I'll keep that in mind. That might play into like whether they're ideal for the gel plate, what am I called? The gel plate adventure that I'm going to be on or not. I don't know. Okay. There are pre-Amazon Prime Day deals. I know, Brittany, and I've been looking, but the item that I'm wanting, it hasn't shown up on a deal yet. But okay, so let me show you the other things I got. I got this little book with butterfly stickers. Y'all, I love stickers. And then on top of like buying tons of stickers, y'all, I also make stickers. Sometimes I'm telling myself, you don't need to buy that. You could just make some, but who has time to make everything? When I need to be making stuff with stuff, I don't want to make all of my foundational items. I want to use the foundational items to make the cards or journals or Bible journaling pages and all that stuff. So there's that. This is definitely stuff I got with junk journaling in mind. This is like faux antiqued vintage tape. There's like multiple sheets of this tape in here in different sizes. I'm super excited about that. Then there's this collage paper. You get lots of pages in all these designs. I'm trying to think, is that how many? You get 2 of each design. So there's 30 pieces of collage paper in here, which I'm super excited about. And then these stamps. This is going to be perfect for junk journaling, and I like how they're organized like by color. So like you just know, oh, I want a purple stamp, I want a green stamp. He has multiple shades of green in here. I'm saying Tim Holtz. Yellow, orange. I want another one of these books because I just love how it's organized. I have stamps for where are my stamps? I have stamps for my journaling in this little box, but they're not organized, in the same way. And they're not all necessarily postagey. They just have the stamp look. But these, I think, are real stamps that were taken from vintage pieces of mail and put into this book. Isn't that cool? I love it. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, moving on. I know not everybody's a junk journaler. I'm not either yet, but, I'll use them in my Bible journaling too. I'll put them in my planner. I'm a planner sticker girl too. Okay, and then another thing that I got, let me move this. I also had my papers out, my alcohol ink papers too. This is Yupo, and then this is Nara. I don't know about you guys, but when I do alcohol ink stuff, I prefer Nara paper over Yupo. And that is because Nara paper does not stain. So if you make something and then you don't love it, you can wipe it off, with alcohol, and it will go back to white. Whereas the Yupo is great, but when you try to start over from scratch, you can start over in a way, but the color is, there's going to be staining on the paper. So, yeah, I had these out. Sorry if that was a loud noise, but Nara paper is my favorite. But I had those sitting over here for what I thought was going to be an alcohol ink session. But here's the other thing I got, you guys. Look. Now, this, I think, is on a pre-Amazon sale. Pre-Prime Day, that's what I'm trying to say. So I see Tempera Paint Sticks all over YouTube, all over Instagram, and mostly I've seen it mostly in artist channels, like where they want to do something just fun and loose in their sketchbook and stuff like that. And I kept talking myself out of them because they're like a chunky, I don't know. I didn't think that they were really for me. And for me, I needed to know that I had a way, at least in my mind, that I wanted to use them before I bought them. And I was going to buy the Shuttle Art because I think they have like 60, well, not quite 60 colors. They have a set of 40 and a set of 20. And in the set of 40, if you buy both, in order to get, the 20 is their pastels. If you buy both in order to get all of the pastels, you're going to have some overlap. So I think they might have about 45 unique colors, 40 to 45, maybe about 45 unique colors. King Art has Tempera Paint Sticks too, but they have 60 unique colors. And that's between like original regular colors, metallic colors, and because Shuttle Art has some metallics too, pastels, all that. King Art has 60 colors. And King Art has some skinny sticks available. But anyway, I kept talking myself out of those. And then this popped up the other day, you guys, for $14. So the Shuttle Art is like $37 to get the 40 colors, and then another $18 to get the 20 colors, right? So maybe $60 to $70 to get all of them. King Art, I think, is $47 to get all 60 colors. This was $14 for 36 colors. I was like, hey, if I'm just playing around, I could do that for $14. I'm saying 18 because I looked today right before coming live, and they're up to $17 and some change. So they're up to like $18, but that's already a super good deal to me for 36 colors. But if you want to wait till Prime Day, it might go back down to 14. But then, oh, somebody knocked off the King Art gel sticks. I mean, but they're already economical. I don't know. I would just buy the King art. I wouldn't trust it. Okay, but then you guys, I got those on Amazon, and then look, these were at Walmart. So there's this pen and gear set of tempera paint sticks. These are pastels, and I was like, okay, I might not have to buy these shuttle art. And then this is Crayola. Now I don't know how any of these are, but y'all, we gonna play with them today. I got a page in mind that's an easy page to color, so I figure if you're using something super chunky, then that's the time to use it. So let me get these out. The packaging is super not sturdy. Sorry for the noise. So these are my favorite colors so far. Let me load that down. These right here of the Jupitearth, that's this set. This is my favorite row of colors. They just look really nice. Let me take that plastic off so there won't be any glare. But I got a page that I'm going to color with you guys. And hopefully I'll finish it today. You know how I am. I want to finish everything in one session. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the top of that. Let me get the top off of this one. I already opened it and cut the little tape so that it would be easier to do. And I did swipe a couple of them on a sheet of paper. And yeah, it was, I mean, it was cool. I don't know, you know. I'm sorry about the noise. Okay, these are the Crayola. And y'all, I love Crayola, but I don't love everything they make. They have made some duds. And yeah, one of the things that I really did not like from Crayola were their twistable colored pencils. They were very strange. But I have high hopes. I always feel like Crayola is in the running. So here we go. That's the Crayola offering. Now, pen and gear, I really don't know much about. Let me open this. I do not know much about them, except that they make all kinds of stuff. Is Pen and Gear owned by Walmart or something? Because I only see their stuff at Walmart. Trying to open this without injury to myself. Okay. Let's see. I know they sell everything. Pen and Gear paper, Pen and Gear rubber bands, Pen and Gear boxes. Okay. These are beautiful, and at least from looking at the outer packaging, none of them seem to be repeats. I'm sorry if that was a bad noise, you guys. I'm trying not to be annoying with sounds. Okay. So when you guys see this super easy, straightforward image, I guess I should take these out of the package also. Sorry. I just feel like that will be easier to deal with. I should have taken these out and put them in a box. Hi, Shar. I'm entering the world of Tempera Paint Sticks, the budget side. I think they're already budget supplies, but like I said, if you buy all the shuttle arts, you could be paying $70 or more. For all of these, the Pen and Gear, the Jupitearth I got for $14, the Crayola was $9, and the Pen and Gear was $7. So, how many do I have here? 36, 44, 57. So, that's pretty good. 57 sticks. Not bad. Let me see if I have a box that I can a drawer or something I can put them in, so that I'll put them in this one. Thankfully, this one is easy to empty. Okay. I'm going to keep out the colors that I'm pretty sure I want to try to use on this picture. So, you guys, I had also been thinking about the fact that I started in the coloring community as an anti-whip person. Yeah, I started as an anti-whip person. Oh, because it kind of fits with my whole, when I start a page, I want to finish it in the same session kind of thing. But then I looked today, you guys, and I have a number of whips. Not just a whip. I got a number of them. I'm just putting these in this box so that they won't be annoyingly rolling all over my desk. I'm trying to keep out the yellows because I have in mind that I want the sky to be yellow. Well, one good thing about this, you can tell what they all... Oh, I was going to say, you can tell the brands apart by their lid, but it's only the Crayola that's really unique. I might compare the Pen and Gear White to the Jupitearth. Jupitearth. That is such an awkward name. Okay, there they are. We'll put them over there, and we'll keep these. Sorry about the noise. I might want blue. I don't know why I kept this light lavender color out. Let's put that in here, because I think I might use a blue. Oh boy, okay. Let me get my paper. This is the picture. I masked it with, hi Ambient. No, I haven't. I haven't done the unpopular opinions tag. I thought about doing it, but y'all, I've been under a few projects. They have been ruling over me for some weeks. And I'm finally starting to get some breathing room. And I did do the share the love tag. I was tagged in that by Joe from Piggy Pens Tube. So I did do that video. And I want to do the unpopular opinions tag. You don't think it's too late to do it? Because it's like already gone around? I wonder. Because I have some strong opinions. As a beginner... As a beginner, I do have some strong opinions. Before I start on this page, though, I did mask it off. Can you see the masking on there? You guys know I use my favorite way to mask, which is Frisket. I took that page out of this coloring book. Mindful Moments. It's by Emily O'Neill. I found out about this book from Joe at Piggy Pens Tube, and I love it. It has some great illustrations in it. Some very simple ones, some that are a little more detailed. I love it. Okay. I didn't say hi to you, Shar. I think I don't know if I did or not. If I didn't, I'm saying it again. Hey, Joan, how are you? I need to have a conversation with you about beads and how to make sure you're ordering beads that have a big hole in it. Because I keep thinking I'm ordering them that are big enough for what I want to do. Like the center hole, you know? But I keep getting them and they're like too small for what I need. For the gauge of wire that I have. Anyway. Just came by to say hi. Thank you, Joan. Oh, take care of yourself. Take care. Okay. It's not too late for me, not too late for you. Okay, I might do it. You're talking me into it. Let me grab some paper though, so we can at least have a little bit of a play before I just put these straight onto my coloring page. What I see, and the reason why I didn't get them for a while is because they're so chunky. Like, they're chunkier than the King Art gel sticks. And you know, the King Art gel sticks, you can move them around. You have some time to kind of play with them, to blend them. Well, from what I always see when artists start playing with these tempera sticks, you can't really blend them unless you do it immediately. And they dry. Now, that's one thing that does appeal to me. They do dry, unlike oil pastels, so that eventually, like, you don't have to seal them. But King Art gel sticks, you don't have to seal them either. But here's the thing that always kept me intrigued about these, as opposed to the King Art gel sticks, because as you all know, I love those things. What appeals to me about these is I'm thinking that they might be more opaque than the King Art gel sticks. That doesn't look very opaque. Now, mind you, this is Jupitearth, so maybe one brand is better than another, but that feels a little bit streaky. You guys see that? A little bit. It feels funny. It's smooth. I will say that. I don't know why I just keep doing the same one color. Okay. Let me get a black marker and put some black lines down so we can really tell if it's opaque. Or will we be able to see the black line through it? Okay, this is the red. This is all, oh, that's so smooth. I just don't know how useful they will be for coloring books because they're super chunky. You can't really blend them. Like, oil pastels are super chunky, right? But you can blend them. You can push them into where you want them to be. Like, I've done that. I've done a I've colored with oil pastels before. So, like, you can do work with them. But I don't know about this. Let's see. Ambient says she has a playlist. Oh, Tempera Paint Sticks. I'm gonna look because I don't know. That's why I hadn't bought these before. I keep picking up that pink. You guys, I love pink. Okay, this is, oh, that's neon. It kind of looks a little bit limey from the outside, but it doesn't necessarily scream neon. I guess it kind of does. Let's see, this blue, that's Jupitearth too. This is Pen and Gear. Let's see how these feel. They look a little different at the top. Oh, wow. That's a whole different vibe. So, yeah, you have to go over this one a lot more to get solid color. I don't know if it's because these are pastel. Let me try another one from Pen and Gear. Did I pull out another? Let me try a darker one from Pen and Gear. This little dusty purple color. Yeah, when you first just go across the paper is not, yeah, you have to go over it multiple times to get, oh, it's pretty opaque a little bit. Like, you can still see the black line, but it does cover it up a little bit. That's the Pen and Gear. Let's see if this red is opaque. That's more transparent. That's Jupitearth. Let's try the Jupitearth yellow. Yellow is notoriously transparent, but this one looks like it has some white in it, so maybe it's less that's less transparent than the red. Oh, Crayola. I forgot about Crayola, you guys. Okay. This is the... You bought a neon set. Have you played around with them, Ambient? This is my very first time. That's the Crayola. Now, I will say this. The Crayola feels the smoothest so far, but it's crummy. For some reason, it's leaving crumbs on the paper. I don't know if you can see. See those crumbs that the Crayola is leaving? But it left a crumb right there. But if you go back over it, it's like you can smear it back in. Now let me try this. Let me see if you can. Man, there was no blending that happened just then. Like as soon as I put it down, I tried to blend it. Nothing happened. Y'all, these are dry. Now these two feel like they're not completely dry, but I did go over them a lot. But these are the Pen and Gear. These things are not smearing at all. That is super. Let me try another Crayola. Let's try this turquoise or teal or whatever it is. Man, they don't want me to open it. I thought this was made for kids. Why is it acting like it's childproof? Hi, View. Thank you for the thumbs up. Why is it hard for me to open? Oh, I'm so curious about these. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to do this page. That's super smooth. Okay, the Crayolas feel the smoothest of all of them, even though they leave the little crummies and you kind of have to smear it in. That's a pretty color. And the Crayolas are very transparent. Look at those crumbs. I'm going to lift it up in case you can't see. See, the Crayola has those little couple crummy crumbs. You have to blend that in. But it can blend in, so I guess I like that. Oh, that blended a little bit. You guys, these things, if you need to just put them where you want them and then keep it moving, which makes me think they're not really ideal for coloring because they're so super duper chunky. But I'm going to check out, you guys, if any of you are curious about these Tempera Paint Sticks too, I know the most popular brands are Shuttle Art and King Art, and Quick Sticks. The Shuttle Art, like I said, it's about, you could spend 60 to 70 bucks getting those if you want all of the colors. They have about 47, 45 something unique colors. Maybe more than that. Maybe 50 unique colors. King Art has 60 unique colors for $47. The Quick Sticks, I think, are the most expensive. I got the Jupitearth 36 colors for $14. I don't think you can beat that. And I got the Pen and Gear from Walmart for $7. And the Crayola from Walmart for $9. Now, of these, I feel like they're comparable. But I low-key would like to try the Shuttle Art to see if there's a big difference between those and these super budget ones. But I don't know if I'm curious enough to spend real money on it. Partly because I don't know how much I'll use these. You know what I mean? But I could kind of see me using them in my art journal, in my Bible journaling. You know, sometimes you just want to put down some color in the background. I could see me using them for that, especially because they're not messy. They dry super fast. You don't need to pull out a paintbrush. You just pull these tubes out and then go to town. But anyway, so I did mask this page. This is a page I'm going to do in case anybody didn't see it. I picked this page because it's super simple. I took it out of this book. And it is a super cute book. I put a link to the book in case anybody's interested. And then I masked off the hand and the mountain, if you can see that. I left a little bit of the frisket on here in case, because some people usually want to see how does it come off. So once you put the frisket down, you cut around everything that you don't want, whatever you're masking off, you just cut around the frisket. I do not use this to do it. Because I think if you use this blade, it would be so hard to go around curves, and I think that would be super annoying. But, and I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. I use this blade. This is called the Gyro Cut. Can you see that? Gyro Cut. They have off-brand versions of this. What it is a rotating sharp blade. See how it spins? So the fact that it spins means once you put it down on the paper, you could just go without, you don't even have to pick it back up. You just cut all the way around whatever you want to cut around. I love this thing. I have never used the knockoff brand, so I can't speak to it. But what I can tell you is I have had this Gyro Cut for probably 18 years. And it is still going strong. They sell replacement blades for them. I love this thing. But anyway, sometimes when I am ready to remove the frisket, sometimes I pull this out so I can just get up under the edge. But it's like a sticker. Once you pull up the edge, I'm going to try to pull it up so you guys can see. Oh, I think you can see right there. See how it comes up, and all where I cut, it just comes off like that. And everything else is masked off. And what I love about frisket too is that it is just as easy when you get done. You know how a lot of times if you mask things off with masking fluid, then at the end you have to you have to remove the masking fluid. Now I do use masking fluid in different situations, but at the end you kind of have to remove it and it can get messy. This stuff, I love it. I love it. So what my plan is, because I didn't know what this paint sticks were going to be like, my plan is just to make all this back area like sunburst yellow. That's why I pulled out from all the sets. I pulled out the yellows. I pulled out some of these other colors too, just to kind of, play with them. But for this background, I'm going to do the I'm just going to do the yellow colors. Let me put them back in this little drawer. This is my little makeshift Tempera Paint Stick drawer that I just put together. Okay, let's put these in here. Oh, one fell over. Man down, man down. Okay. All right. I don't even know if that's going to be an appropriate place to store these in the end, because I don't think they will all fit. Okay, let's go. Oh, one other thing I did want to check before we do this is I wanted to compare the whites from the Pen and Gear and the Jupitearth. I did not get, let me get my black marker back out. No white came in the Crayola set. Did you guys see Crayola launched alcohol markers? What do you think? Anybody gonna try those? I think I've done all my, hold on, let me grab some tape. I think I've done all my alcohol marker experimenting that I'm going to do. I have tried a few brands and I just keep coming back to Copic. So I'm just going to stick with Copic. I've tried the budget brands. Now one I have not tried is Ohuhu. And I know those are super popular. And I always say that I'm proud of Ohuhu in a weird way, because they have consistently improved. You know, as they make more money and get more market share, they invest back into what they're producing, and they just keep making it better and better and better. So I love that. I love that they've done that. I'm not enough to spend money on it. But I do love it, and it looks like a quality product. You know, like maybe if I was in the market for alcohol markers now, I might try Ohuhu, because the price difference is huge. I mean, it would be much more economical to buy Ohuhu, but yeah, I'm gonna roll with Copic. Y'all heard the saying, dance with the one that brought you. I'm gonna stick with Copic. I'm gonna dance with Copic. Okay, Jupitearth. This is their white. It's not super opaque, you guys. I'm going to put down layers. So that's one layer. We'll see if it's something you can build up. And this is the pen and gear. Oh, it's more opaque to my eye. Maybe not. Let me show you guys. It's hard to tell. They're both kind of not quite opaque, but you see how the pen and gear is slightly more opaque. And because these things dry so fast, I wonder if you have to keep putting the lid back on quick. Oh, wait, you guys, let me keep up with the chat. Y'all know, pray my strength. I'm trying. I don't have any. I've only used tempera paints from the bottles in the past. Yeah. I never used tempera paint. Well, I have, as like, we used tempera paints in elementary school, I think. I don't think they would have let us use much else other than tempera paint, those big bottles, but I can't even remember the last time I used that. Okay, so they're dry-ish. Yeah, the pen and gear definitely stays sticky longer. I just want to see if you can build it up. Oh, you definitely can. So you see how they started out similar? Even this one was a little more opaque, and now with the second layer, the Jupitearth is more opaque. I bet you have to close these things back up. I bet you can't like open it and just leave it sitting there on your desk. I've got Tempera Paint Stick on my finger. Let me see if that will come off easily. Get myself a little Clorox wipe over here and see if that will come off. Okay, for the most part, it just comes off. It's not, that's probably part of that being kid-friendly thing. Okay, on to the actual coloring. So View mentioned that Hannah Carlson has some kids books, and I went and I looked at them and they look amazing. And so I was gonna order the party book. Of the two, you know, I might end up getting both eventually, but of the two, I was like, oh, I'm gonna start with the party book. What got me excited was all those sweets. The pictures of all the sweets in the book, which is something I'm trying to work on in my real life, and that is avoiding sugar. Let me see. I can't put this tape right on the line because the line is not entirely straight. I'm taping this off because when I get finished with the page, I want the border to be all white, and I know I'm about to make a mess with these paint sticks. This is Holbein tape. It is my favorite tape for painting when you want to, you know, keep your borders clear or tape down your paper while you're painting. I don't think I used to be as picky about it until I started playing around with watercolor, and yeah, I got pickier about my tape. And I found that I love the Holbein tape. You can get it on Amazon, but I think it's cheaper from Blick. All right, you guys, here we go. I'm stalling. Let me put up my blades. Okay. They are different as they have binders. Some people don't like Tempera because of the chalky texture. Oh. I feel like they're like just jelly-like in a way. They're like a cousin of the gel stick, but more like, you know, they're not siblings. They're not exactly the same. They're not twins for sure, but they're at least cousins. In terms of, to me, having that lipsticky kind of, you know, feel, they're closer to being like gel sticks than they are to being like oil pastels. Like if this is the spectrum, gel sticks over here, oil pastels over here, I feel like the tempera, at least from these three that I have, the tempera is really close over here toward the gel sticks. The difference is they dry a lot faster. You cannot blend them. Unless some of these videos that you have ambient, if they show you how to blend these tempera sticks, that would be genius. But from what I can see, you can't really blend them. You can't really smudge them. You need to put them where you need them to be. Whereas with the King Art, you can put it on a palette and blend it onto your page. You can put it right onto the page and blend it. You can use it with water. Like, you can turn it into like a watercolor of sorts. They're just like super versatile. And I don't know if the tempera is like that. I'm stalling. Okay, let me stop stalling. Let me swatch these colors. Let me do one more stall. While I'm saying I'm going to stop stalling. Okay. That's like a buttery yellow. I'm going to keep them in order. This is giving me ochre. Okay, that's ochre. This is almost giving me orange. But, I mean, it's orange yellow. I'm going to make it a yellow. Oh my gosh, they keep sliding. Okay. This is yellow yellow. Oh yeah, that's a true yellow. This is giving me very acidic. Oh my god, that's neon. Yeah, I don't want that in my sun. No, that's got to go back in the box. This is giving me like a creamy yellow. Man, that feels very dry. The pen and gear feel different. There's more drag on the paper. They feel a lot drier. Now the Crayola is super slippy. I think that is the most like the gel sticks, but also the Crayola leaves the crumbs. It's the only one that has left any crumbs. I don't know why I'm putting the white on there, but okay. All right, we're going to go in. All the stalling is over. She says as she still stalls and turns around to put up her tape. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to go around. I mean, it's a small picture, you guys. I'm pretty sure I can finish this today. Do I want to start with that? No, I want to start with the yellow. I kind of feel like I need to have these all open though. Even though they might dry out. Yeah, I'm going to have them open. Because I think I'm going to have to blend them pretty fast. Do I want to have this? Man, I'm telling you, Crayola is like childproof cats. Y'all, I've always been bad with childproof caps. Always. Okay, here we go. We're going to stop stalling. The good thing about this being masked off is I don't have to be neat about this. Oh, wow. Let's see. We got this color. We got this orange. I'm going back to this yellow. Frantic. Okay, we need some yellow over that. The orange, I feel like you kind of have to use sparingly. As do you have to do this ochre sparingly, I think. I think most of this is going to be this yellow. Okay, a little bit of orange mixed in there. I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff. This is kind of fun though. This whole aspect of just be free with it. I kind of like that part. This creamy yellow is out though. It just kind of throws everything off. I don't know. Oh, look. That's like coming off. Did you see that? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so you might not be able to go back and like smudge. If you need to smudge, you need to smudge right when you put it down. Right away. I feel like, oh man, look, that's weird. Oh boy, I don't like that. Okay, I'm not. That one is out. That one is out. We're down to these two. And I mean, if you don't smudge it immediately. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's, oh wow. Now I'll be interested to know in the end if I'm getting this stuff under the tape and stuff, you know, because it's so soft. I wonder if it's like squeezing under. Don't do as I do, okay? Let me just let y'all know. I do not know what I'm doing. If you have any tips, just, you know, holler them out. Chat amongst yourselves while I just frantically put this stuff down. Okay, I need more of the yellow. I think I've gone too ham with the orange. But then down here, I kind of feel like I want the orange. Maybe I should just only have yellow down here. Oh, well, for these, I don't know, like I said, about the shuttle art. But for these, if it starts to dry and then you try to smudge it, it will like do this peeling up type of thing. Okay, let me put this orange up because I definitely went overboard with the orange. I'm going to try to rescue it with the yellow going over the top. Oh, wait, that's not even the right one. Okay, that's that lid. This is that lid. Yeah. All those other color choices were not good. Let me see what white does, if white helps me out at all. No, that's a no. Now, also what I want to know is there a point at which you put too much down, right? Like, is there a point at which it's bad? You've just gone too far. Look at that. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. I put a link in the description if you want to get the ones on Amazon that are on like the super deal right now. Now, one of the struggles that I'm having right now is because I put all that orange down, but this yellow is so transparent. I'm not able to do anything with that orange. Which, you know, like I said, yellow is notoriously transparent. I know that. Yeah, I cannot do any smudging. Oh, that's weird. Let me get a paper towel. It's starting to kind of get messy as I'm wearing it down. You see that? Okay, let me say my first tempera lesson is maybe don't put so much down. It just looks wild to me, you guys. It looks crazy. It's okay. Okay, well, that's it. I mean, I can't do anything with that orange. I'm wondering if I should put some acrylic paint over it. Just to kind of try to knock the orange back a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with it like it, let it be what it is. Okay. There's my Tempera Paint Stick first experience. Yeah, that Crayola is not going to help because it's super transparent. It's way more transparent than the Jupitearth. Now I'm wondering if I should let this dry a little bit, like for a couple minutes, and then see if I can layer some more. That looks bizarro. Oh, thank you, Ambient. Let's see. I'm definitely going to be checking out that playlist. I just need to decide, do I want to just call it a day or do I want to... I think I'm going to let this sit for just a second and see if I can put some more on top. Let me put these up. These other colors. See if they'll fit into this drawer. It would be awesome if they would all fit in here, but it doesn't look like they will. Nope. Definitely gonna have to find another place to store these. If I end up keeping them. Y'all know how I am around here. If an art supply, pardon my chair squeaking, if an art supply cannot earn its keep, and by that I mean if it's not something I can see myself using at all or coming back to, it doesn't really get to live here. It has to move on to a new home. But if I end up keeping these, y'all, I said I did too much with the orange and then here I go again. If I end up keeping these, I'm going to need to find a new place to store them. Okay, let's see. Let's let it have a moment. What kind of art adventures are you all up to? Anybody else working with something completely unfamiliar and new? You know, I mean, hey, you're never going to know if you don't try. Okay, this is kind of drier on this side. Yeah, that yellow is not doing anything to that orange. It's like, yellow who? Yellow what? Okay. All right, you guys. Let's take the tape off and see what we got. Oh, let's take it off and see what we got. Unless anybody has any ideas before I take off this tape. I'm about to try the Ohuhu Halawa pencils. I don't think I've even heard of those. Are those brand new or have they been out for a minute? I'm with you, Ambient. I'm on Team Swatch all day. Everybody else, are you guys on Team Swatch or Team I don't need swatches? Because I feel like every art supply... Y'all know over here, I'm a swatching girl, okay? I swatch my acrylic paints. These are my heavy body acrylics. I swatch my watercolors. I swatch my oil pastels. I swatch my inks. These are my Distress Oxide inks. This page back here and the little paws. I swatch all my markers. I swatch all my pencils. I swatch everything. I'm on Team Swatch for sure. Yeah, I am. I'm definitely on Team Swatch. They're not. Jennifer Stay reviewed them and Barbara Color did a battle with Prisma with them. Okay. I might have to check that out. I have bought several pencil sets since I started coloring. Several of them I have given away, and not because they were not good, but just because I couldn't justify keeping them when I knew they weren't really going to be in the rotation. So I like the color pencils. I loved every color pencil I had. I had the 300 set. I had the pastel set, or they call it the macaron set. I had their neon set. I had the portrait set. I had 4 or 5 sets of color pencils, and I liked them all. I even had the color watercolor pencils. They had like 120 set of watercolor pencils. I liked those. Then I had this other brand called Artisto. I had their regular pencils and their watercolor pencils. Those were solid. But I just knew once I kind of nailed down the pencils I like to use, I knew they weren't going to get used. And I don't believe in stuff it just can't live here if it doesn't have a place. So I let them, go on to a new home. Okay, Char says, rip it. Okay, here we go, you guys. This is it. I wonder, do I need to warm up this tape before I pull it off? Usually this Holbein tape is pretty good, and I don't have to be fussy about it. Okay. I've got that stuff all over my hands. Hold on, let me wipe my fingers first. And get me another Clorox wipe, because what's the point of taping it off if you're just gonna stick your messy fingers on it and get it messed up anyway. I do like that these things don't really stain, because if I was gonna do alcohol ink art tonight, I was definitely gonna have to wear some gloves, because alcohol ink likes to stay around. Y'all, this was fun. I'm gonna say it's a hot mess, but it was actually fun. I'm so glad I taped that off, because there is no way, with how chunky they are, there's no way I could have kept that neat using the actual, tempera stick. Okay, let me turn this paper over so it can look better. Okay, look at that. Okay, let me take off the frisket. I got so much of this paint stick on this frisket. It's not even funny. I love this stuff though, you guys. I love it. And look, it did not go under the frisket. That's why I love frisket. It is such a good thing for masking. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I don't get tempera stick on the part that I so carefully protected by masking it off. Look! The background is a hot mess, but it's better since I masked everything off. I knew I was going to have to mask things off because they're so chunky. And like, you can't, how are you going to keep it neat? Y'all, that was fun. Y'all, get some of them. Get some Tempera Paint Sticks. Ambien says Tempera Paint Sticks and neat do not go together in the same sentence. 1000% agree. I 1000% agree. They do not go together in the same sentence. No. But I'm not mad at this. I would, if I redid this, if I redid a background like this, because I don't believe in redoing work. Oh no, let me back up. Since I have been playing around as an illustrator, a coloring book illustrator, I have had to redo things. Like when I did the polar bears that were fishing, to kind of work on it and improve it, I kind of did end up redoing that page. But normally, I'm not into redoing stuff. So anyway, all right, well, that's what it is. I'm not mad, y'all. It was fun. It was fun. My recommendation, though, would be You're going to have to use some type of masking on your page, depending on the look that you're going for. Ambient, if you want neat, do not use Tempera Paint Sticks. Yes. But I think these would be awesome in like journaling, like junk journaling, art journaling, you know, when you're just kind of doing mixed media stuff. I could see myself reaching for these. The only ones, well, I don't know. I got to make a decision like about the colors that I want, because I would like to have even more pastel colors, which means I probably would maybe the pastels will go on sale. The shuttle art pastel will go on sale for Prime Day. If you all see a deal on the pastel tempera sticks, any tempera sticks, but any of the shuttle art, the quick sticks, or the king art, if you see a deal, holler at me. Let me know. I don't want to miss it if you see one, because I think I do want that, a bigger pastel set. And I think quick sticks, I don't know if quick sticks has one. I know shuttle art does. So we'll see. We'll see what's going down next week. Okay. Now I got to decide what to do with the rest of this page. See, this is where I don't think I would use the paint sticks, like trying to really color this hand or any of that. I don't think I would use this for this, unless like if I masked off the clouds and stuff, I might use them for the sun, or if I masked, I might use them in that way, but not without masking anything off. It would be a no. That would be a no. Let me decide what pencils to use. I don't even remember what I was organizing. I was making an index to organize something, and I think I was going to organize my my stamps and dies, and I abandoned that project because I didn't have the right solution. Let's see. Maybe I should use polychromos. I don't use them often. Good old Prisma. You guys, Prisma's color palette just cannot be beat. Maybe when the polychromos new colors come out, it will be more competitive in terms of color range. And I think they will be. Well, now that I have finally seen what the new colors are going to be, I think it might be competitive. But okay. Let's see, Prisma or Poly. I think I'm going to go with Prisma. Do I want to do that? No, I'm going to use polychromos. Yeah, I'm going to use polychromos. I could use the Albrecht Dürer. Y'all know I'm on Water Till I Win for 2026. And this is something small and simple. I could try and see how the Albrecht Dürers work out. They haven't been working out for me, you guys. No, I'm going to do the polychromos. Let me grab them. Give me just a second. Sorry, I hit that thing, and I hope it wasn't loud. Now that I've got this loud background, I don't know what to do with this mountain. I feel like I want it to be colorful, but I don't know what color. Maybe purple? Purple and yellow go together. Yeah, we'll do purple. Let's get to these purples and make some decisions. Okay. See, this is where I feel like the polychromos are letting me down because there's no like light purple. Ask ChatGPT, he finds supplies for me. Oh, really? You're like, what should I use? I'm hoping the Jupitearth 216 gel pen set is on sale. So wait, Jupitearth and Languel are the same company? Or they're just sold under that name as well, but it's the same thing? Oh, well, I hope that they go on sale too for you, Brittany, if that's the case. I am always looking for a deal. My wish is to get a bigger set of Chroma Flow. I only have 36 so far. I've never tried those. And I'm not going to let I've settled on what my pencils are going to be. And I don't think I'm even going to try any other pencils because I don't need any more sets of pencils. Looking here, I have 7 sets of pencils. That's enough pencils for any one person, especially when I have so many other hobbies. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not that productive as a colorist. I'm not like Amy. You guys, Amy travels, colors, and crafts. If you do not know, is highly productive as a colorist, okay? And I don't produce that much work as a colorist, and so I don't feel like I could justify having more pencils. I have Prisma, ink tints, Derwent Graphitin. I don't really count that. I count the Graphitin and the ink tints together as one set. That's 2. Then the Derwent Drawing, that's 3. I love these pencils. Oh my goodness. The Derwent Light Fast, that's 4. The Luminance, that's 5. Love these pencils. Maybe I'll use Luminance for this. Oh, I adore Luminance. Okay, what did I say? Prisma, ink tints, drawing, light fast. That's 4, 5. 6 is Polychromos, and 7 is Albert Dürer. I haven't swatched the Albert Dürers yet, but yeah, I think I'm gonna use the Luminance. They've got a range of purples. No, I'm gonna use Prisma. Y'all, I'm an old school Prisma girl. Hold on. Yeah, seven sets of pencils is my max. Okay, let's see. We're gonna start with, let me put my swatches over here so I can pick my colors. Lilac. Let me sharpen this. Y'all, I had moved so much stuff around because I just knew I was going to do alcohol ink stuff today. But alas, that is not happening. So I moved my pencil sharpener out of the way. Hold on. Does that make anybody else like... I know some people do not use electric pencil sharpeners on their pencils. Y'all, I've been using the electric pencil sharpener as long as I've been using colored pencils, okay? And I think I've shown you all my old sharpener that I literally just gave up. That sharpener lasted for 20-something years. 20 years, I know. I mean, it's an old school electric sharpener, and the only reason I'm no longer using it is because once I started to get Derwent pencils, they're so much thicker that they don't fit into that sharpener. But if they did, I would still be using that old school sharpener. But I find it, this one that I have, I love it. It doesn't chew up my pencils. It's AFMAT. Is that, somebody said they have AFMAT and they don't have any issues with it. I don't mind the sound, and AFMAT is an exception. I like these. I mean, I haven't had any problem with it, and so, yeah. But even my old school one, as funny enough, it was fine. It sharpens super fast, like zip, sharp. And I never had a problem. You know, people say like, oh, if I use that, then my pencils break. And no more or no less than any other time. Not for me. Oh, I love Prismas, y'all. Ooh. If I had not started adult coloring, Prisma would still be my only set of pencils. I blame you all. Shannon. If she's not still here, I wonder if her ears will be burning. I blame you all. I blame you all. For all you colorists for saying, oh, this pencil, that pencil. And I can't believe I have polychromos because I swore I would not have those. But I ended up buying the Albert Dürer first when I let myself get into watercolor. That's what opened the floodgate to the polychromos. Because I used to always be like, Team Prisma, no poly, because I didn't want to layer. Because I'm all for the smoosh. The Prisma smoosh is what I knew for years. But once I got the Albert Dürers and I liked the colors and I liked how those felt, and then I just wanted to really know what the pencil version was like. And then when I got the polychromos, they're not bad. They're not Prisma. I'm still Team Prisma. But they're not bad. So they're still on the team. One of them is not going to be sticking around. I don't think I need to have both the Albert Dürer and the polychromos. So I'm kind of trying to decide which one is going to stay. I still haven't made up my mind. I know I've mentioned that before, but I still haven't made up my mind. I think this part right here is kind of part of that same face. Maybe a darker. I probably should have gone darker over here. But I was saying earlier, I knew I was on team no whip, and now I'm sitting over here with multiple whips. Now, not every unfinished page that I have is considered a whip. I think I told you guys I have 3 different names for pages over here, okay, that are unfinished. I have whips, which are works in progress. I have sips, which are stalled in progress. And then I have rips, which are RIP. Those RIPs, I'm not coming back to those. So the whips, the WIPs, I feel like those are ones I'm working on kind of right now. You know what I mean? I might be rotating between a few pages, but I'm still actively working on them. The sips, I'm not actively working on them, but they're also not dead to me. I do plan to come back to them one day. I feel like I need a little bit of a darker color, maybe. But those RIPs, it's over. You're dead to me. And that could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because it just crashed and burned. It could be a number of reasons why you could end up on the RIP list. So right now, I feel like I have a few active pages. That page I worked on last week in the Lizzie Mary Cullen book, That one is still actively in progress. The one I was working on the week before that, I still haven't finished with the little squirrel. That's the only page that I have working that is actually part of the June prompts that Shani Blue does. The June prompts are metal, gemstones, a buddy color. I think I checked off buddy color. Something small, that's my squirrel page that I'm working on. Water and portrait. So I think the next page that I start, I'm going to do a portrait that also includes metal. Because I have my eye on a page in a Hannah Lynn book. That's like a steampunk portrait. If I finish that page, I will have been super productive as far as Shani's prompts, because I am notoriously a 1 prompt completer per month, maybe 2. And if I finish that steampunk girl, yeah, if I finish her, that will be, because I've got 2 already for June. That'll give me 4 out of the 6. That'll be pretty good for me. Man, I love prismas. They're just so soft. I feel like I need a darker color too. Let's see. Sorry about that sound. Y'all, it's gonna be Friday. I hope you have fun plans. Let's see. Oh, wait, I missed some stuff. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. The chat is not moving. Okay. 2 more sets of colored pencils, 2 sets of watercolor pencils, 2 sets of mechanical colored pencils, and then I'm done. Brittany, I thought you were listing off your collection of colored pencils. You're listing off the additions you're going to make to your collection of colored pencils. That is amazing. 2 more sets of colored pencils, 2 sets of watercolor pencils, 2 sets of mechanical colored pencils, and then I'm done. Yeah, I feel like I have kind of 2 sets of watercolor pencils, because I have the Albert Durs, and then I have the ink tints, which I mean, I know they're not like a traditional watercolor pencil, but I kind of consider them as such. Let me get a darker purple, maybe a purpley blue, maybe the dioxazine purple. I think that's what I want to do. And here we go. Brittany is going to have an amazing collection. She's like, I have holes in my collection that I need to fill. Have you decided what brands you want to get for those watercolor pencils? Like, do you already have your eye on them, or are you just kind of on the lookout for like what catches your eye? Yeah, I'm done, because I have other hobbies too, and I'm gonna get into this gel plate stuff, and I know I'm already deep down a rabbit hole on buying stuff for that, and I haven't done one single thing. I keep saying I'm gonna go back, because I did start Devin Rex for Art. Oh, I know I'm saying that wrong. Her channel, if I remember, I'll put a link in the description later, but she has a video for beginners, and I took a peek at it. It's like her showing her husband, I think is the way it's gonna go. And yeah, I need to check that out. I think I want to go with this purpley pink over. Do I want to do purple over here? No, I'm going to do like a purpley pink here. Let me start with mulberry. I'm going to watch that, and I am going to start this gel printing process. I'm going to do a gel printing haul, beginner haul video. And then I'm going to get started. I might record it too, like I did, like, you know, I'm doing this with you guys, my first experience with these Tempera Paint Sticks. I keep wanting to say tempura, like the food cooking method instead of tempera, but just like this, maybe when my first experience with the gel plate, maybe I'll turn on the camera. Oh, Foxy says she's swatching Crayola alcohol and acrylic markers. See, I didn't even know they had acrylic markers. I just saw recently that they have alcohol markers. And I was like, that's amazing. Because I know it's going to be economical. You know, that's one thing about Crayola. Unless they lose their mind, you know, their hallmark is being within reach for children, price-wise. So if those alcohol markers are any good, man, can you imagine what will happen in the alcohol marker market? If Crayola puts out a decent alcohol marker for like a really budget price, that's going to be amazing. I really want to watch her video. I hope it pops up. You know, YouTube can be a hater sometimes. They won't show you stuff. I will find out later, like that somebody posted a video. Oh, I missed that completely. And then they'll be talking about it like, yeah, I did a video and I was talking about it. And I'm like, I did not even see it. And I'm talking about people that I'm subscribed to, people that I have notifications turned on. I still won't see. I come across so much stuff, I feel like just randomly. Or me saying, oh, I haven't seen that person in a while. Then I'll go to their channel and it'll be like 5 videos later. I hope they don't think that I'm not supporting anymore or anything like that. It's just, nope, YouTube doesn't show me all the things I would like to see. Ambient, I started with Prismas as an artist. I branched out as a color. I feel like that too, Ambient. Exactly. That's the thing. All the years of like whatever sketching I was doing, whatever, anything I was doing, Prisma was all I needed. I didn't need anything else. Prisma was my girl, and we hung tight, you know? And even when I first started coloring, I was like, you know, I don't need any other pencils. I'll do this. And immediately, funnily enough for me, one of the first brands I came across when I started really getting into the coloring community, like watching videos and stuff, was Color. It was Color, and because I remember I made a decision of the first set I bought outside of my Prismas was Color. And I'm trying to think, it was when I was trying to decide, it was between Color and Brutfuner Square that I had heard about. And I ended up getting the Color. And because I think at that time, the Brutfuner Square, because y'all, I haven't been coloring that long, I don't think the Brutfuner Squares were available. But you guys, a few months ago, I ended up getting my hands on them because they came back. You know, I guess you can find them here and there. And Shani sent me a link, and I hurried up and bought those pencils because that was the one set of pencils that the whole time I'd been coloring that I was curious about, you know, from the beginning, because they had such a stunning reputation. And when I got them, y'all, they were really awesome. They were really awesome. I don't still have them. I have sent them on to a new home. But the reason I did that is because as I ranked the sets of pencils that I have, they just were not going to be in the rotation. And so I was like, they're, you know, even though I think they're awesome and I'm glad I got to experiment with them, I just was like, yeah, they need to go to somebody else who's going to get more use out of them. So I sent them on their way. But those pencils were amazing. But yeah, I wasn't thinking about any other pencil until I started adult coloring. And another thing too that I used to buy when I started coloring, I used to buy a lot more books. And I think part of that was trying to figure out what my coloring style was, like what books did I really want to color. And y'all, I found out for me, one thing I know I'm not here to color. Now this I didn't have to figure out, but a lot of dark imagery, y'all know, if you've been around here for any length of time, I don't play about stuff like that. I won't be over here coloring a bunch of witches. I won't be over here coloring the tarot. Now if you're all about the tarot and all of that, you know, have at it. Have at it, please do. But I won't be coloring the tarot over here. But I also figured out I don't like, I'm really more picky about the mythographics that I like. You know, I'm super picky about those, and I wasn't as picky at first. But now that I know my style, I like the Joseph Cadenbang books the most. Even if I had to rank all of the illustrators for mythographic, my favorites would be Fabiana Atanasio and Joseph Cadenbang. But of those two, my favorite would be Joseph. I just love his work. It's just right up my alley. Because it's not like, I can understand it. I think that's what it is. I can understand what he's drawing and why, for the most part. For the most part, I feel like it makes sense to me, and it's beautiful. Like that aviary book, I adore it. I feel like I need like an almost blackish purple right here. Let me see if I can darken up this whole area. But anyway, I figured, you know, that out about the mythographics. I figured out, because at first when I started coloring, I thought I didn't like Kirby. He wasn't for me. And it turns out I really, really love Kirby. Now, not everything Kirby, because on top of like not doing dark stuff, I also get grossed out easily. So like anything that looks kind of gross or scary is not for me. So like he has that Alien Worlds, and so many people love that book. But whenever I've seen even flip throughs of it, I'm just like, oh, gross, and I cannot do it. But Worlds Within Worlds is, oh my God, I love that book. And Fragile World, those are my two favorite Kirby books. I have others, but I definitely do not have I definitely don't have Alien World, and I definitely don't have Mythomorphia. And I think Mythomorphia is one of the crowd favorites. It's one of the community favorites. Okay, sorry. I totally got off track. Okay, Distress Oxide pads, the 160 set of the Chroma refillable. Now, I've never heard of those. Refillable acrylic paint markers. Huh. And some of the pan pastels. I love the pan pastels. I don't use them enough. But I love those things. Yeah, that's definitely worth adding to your arsenal. Look, I couldn't get that out. The pan pastels, if you haven't tried them, are definitely something I would recommend trying. At least a few of them and just kind of see. but I really like those. Certain types of art turn out better with specific pencils. I'm thinking you're saying sharp. See, that's another thing too. I know that for some people they're like, oh, this book likes these pencils and this book likes those pencils. I don't know. If for me, I just picked the pencil based on the picture. And maybe it's because I haven't been coloring long enough, or I haven't been working with these sets of pencils long enough. I just like pick based on the palette of the pencil set. Okay, this, I want to do this more vintagey. I'm probably going to use Derwent drawing pencils. And then something like that. That's kind of how I choose. I don't really choose based on the paper. But here's where the paper comes in for me. If it's paper that I don't enjoy, if it's paper that's finicky, then I'm probably getting rid of the whole book. I'm not going to figure out which pencils work on that paper. I'm just probably not going to color that book, because I am picky about paper. And maybe that's the art side of me. I just feel like I have always felt like paper matters quite a bit. And so if the paper is super fussy, I'll just get rid of the book before I go down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out the right pencils for it. I'll either get rid of the book, or I will print the page on better paper. Like if I just love the illustrator, I'll just print it on better paper. If there's somebody who I love, I'll just get the PDF. You know what I mean? And print it on whatever paper I want. And I have decided, because I bought a lot of books that ended up being on paper that I did not love, and I knew I was not going to color. And I've decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I would rather just not have the illustration than buy it and have it be on bad paper. And so maybe that's why I don't have to, figure out, oh, that's going to be better paper for that. Nope. Nope. Better pencils for that paper. Nope. When I go over to my shelf, I want to know that any book I pull out is going to be a joy to color. I'm not here to work. We were talking in Spare Room Studio, had a live yesterday. And she was going through her Kirby books, and there were some older coloring books. I guess it used to be a thing in the coloring community where among illustrators, they would leave blank parts for you to color, and they would have suggestions for you, like complete the rest of this page with doodles. I think that was one of Kirby's things, right? And I'm like, I don't come to coloring to get assignments. Nope, absolutely not. And I'm kind of glad that's not really a thing anymore. Because I don't, Now, I might alter a page if it just strikes me to do so. Like if I'm, like there's a page that another whip. It's in the Googly coloring book where I'm kind of altering the illustration to turn the guy into Prince. But that's different. That doesn't feel like homework to me, because you've not told me to do it. I'm just looking at the illustration and thinking a certain thing, right? It puts me in the mind of a certain thing. But yeah, she was showing these books, and so many of them, they had assignments in there. And I was like, Kirby, you all have nerve giving out homework with these coloring books. But I have figured it out. I mean, some of what I like and don't like. And I'm sure, new illustrators come along, and I'll try their work out if it appeals to me, like on a flip through or something. And some of them I'll probably love, and some of them I might not. And then too, my taste might change along the way. Like at first I thought I didn't like Kirby, and then it turns out I really love him. One of the things I found, I felt like his work would be hard to color looking at it, but he gives you so much help to color his work that it's like, what was I thinking? He's giving you all the clues. He drops all the breadcrumbs for us to color his beautiful work. So I really turned into a fan of Kirby. Oh my gosh, somebody else who I thought really wasn't for me, you guys, was Johanna Basford. the princess of adult coloring, or the queen of adult coloring, I guess, something like that. She's some sort of royalty, okay? But I did not like her work. Seeing it online, I was just like, nah, that's a no for me, you know? And one day I was in Hobby Lobby and they had her, was it Worlds of, what book was it? Hold on, let me see. I'm just trying to remember what was the first Johanna Basfer book. It was Worlds of Wonder. Oh, let me close my blind, you guys. It's hitting the hour where people can see me, but I can't see them, and I don't like that. But it was Worlds of Wonder, and I ran into it at Hobby Lobby, and it was so... I was just like, this is a fabulous book in person, and the quality of it was really good. And after that, I think I have 3 Johanna Basford books now. Now, not all of her work is for me, but yeah, I have Worlds of Wonder, Magical Worlds, and Rooms of Wonder. And I really like it. I'm like, I'm a Johanna fan. I didn't know. Let me see if this can darken that up a little bit. Let's see, where else should we put some purple? I'm wondering if I should add another color too. I think I'm going to put this pink purple over here. I recommend all of that, Brittany. I was going to say the Distress Oxide ink pads are my favorite. I have the Distress ink pads and the Distress Oxides. The Oxides are my favorite. If you're going to be doing some sort of blending, it depends on what technique you're trying to use. But if you're going to be doing some sort of blending or something, for me, it's Distress Oxide all day. When I see people doing backgrounds with regular Distress inks, I feel like, because for me, I know from, I mean, I've been using those for years in paper crafting and stuff. And blending with Distress Oxides is way easier than blending with regular Distress inks. Now, I will use the regular Distress inks for certain techniques, but not for blending onto paper. Not if I want a smooth blend. It's going to be Distress Oxide every time. I don't really stamp with Distress inks. They're not, to me, in my mind, they're not really stamping inks. But if I was going to stamp with one in a pinch, that would be Distress Oxide too. I have missed so much stuff. Okay, Colorful Country Live has... I missed so much stuff, you guys. Jeez. Okay. Y'all forgive me. If I missed something, please say it again. If you want me to respond, and I'll try to do better at paying attention to it. I learned about them from Pamela, the Square Brute Fooners. They're awesome. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm way behind. My Colorful Country Life has a great series on pencil to paper, and so far she's been right 2 for 2. I trust her. She is very knowledgeable, and she colors a ton, and she's been doing it for a while. So yeah, she's gonna be she would be a person that I would trust. If I was looking to invest in a supply for coloring, I would trust her, because she seems very honest in her review of stuff, like, what she likes, and some of her favorites are Prisma. She's Team Prisma quite a bit. I kind of feel like she branches out a lot more for the benefit of her audience, really. But I would trust her. And yeah, she does do those competitions amongst the pencils. But see, that I don't really watch those videos, because I know for me, if the paper is gonna be finicky, or even if, let's say, she got down to the end of the review and she's like, oh, this is really the best pencil on this paper, and if I don't have that pencil, well, I probably don't need to buy that book. Now, some of the books that she's done, I already have the book, but I might not have the winning pencil. I don't know. I haven't seen the video. I feel like I need a darker color than... Did I pull out black cherry? Let me get black cherry. Yeah, maybe this one. I kind of feel like I need a third purplish color. Maybe starting with this Blue Violet Lake. Where is that? Right here. Sorry. Okay. Let's see if this is gonna be okay. I'm definitely going in another direction with this color. Okay. Sensations and the 36 Keiko refillable mechanical. I don't think I've ever seen refillable mechanical colored pencils. Well, I take that back. There's one mechanical colored pencil that I've seen and had even actually considered at one time, but it was one of those where, you know how you have a pen and it has 5 different colors in the same pen? I've seen one like that with mechanical pencil lead that I had thought about getting for sketching. That was a long time ago, though. I don't even remember what brand it was. I feel like it was Pentel. But mechanical, like, colored pencils for coloring, I don't think, the closest I think I've seen to that would be those Crayola twistable colored pencils. But you're saying mechanical colored pencils like click, that you click? I don't think I've seen those. I'm wondering what I feel like they're sharp, they get sharp enough. Because you know how mechanical pencils are. You get like a certain maximum sharpness. I wonder what size the lead is. Probably a 0.7. See, I want to color in what I want to color in, so I will use the right pencil for it. I understand that. I would just rather not have the book. That's why I bought the Hoo pencils for Amazon paper. I didn't like Prismas or Crayola in R.J. Hampson's book paperback. I bought 3 R.J. Hampson books, and I don't have any of them anymore. And I love R.J. Hampson's work, but for me, it's going to be PDF or nothing. I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. It was horrible. Now, that is one illustrator. As much as I love him and love his work, I wish he would get with a different publisher and get better paper. But I mean, I know, I'm sure that's an economic decision. And his profit margin is really good right now, and so why should he? At least he makes his books available on PDF if you want to buy them that way. But yeah, that was rough. Oh my gosh, I will not buy his books. And I thought I was doing good buying one of the hardbacks. no, it was still a no for me. For Mr. R.J. Hampson, it was a no for me. I couldn't do it. Okay. Shar said the crazy art I'm coloring in is texture, so it causes the white space. The brute printer, super smooth, super smooth. Those things, the brute printer square pencils were phenomenal. I hope whoever I gave them to is enjoying them, because they really are phenomenal pencils. I just knew they weren't going to get used around here because, like I said, I don't color. I'm not that productive when it comes to coloring, I guess I should say. I'm coloring consistently, I think, but I don't put out a lot of pages because I got too many other hobbies. I'm over here doing jewelry making, made my little dangles for my pencil cases and stuff like that. I mean, although that took like no time, but still. Do I want to put this color? I think I want to put it over here too. I am spending way more time on this mountain than I thought I would. I was like, this is such a small page. It's going to go so fast. The background was super fast. I will say that. Despite that, it's not super smooth because the paper. However, I'm going to color that book. I feel you, Shar. I just keep in mind, never again. That's one thing too. As we go along, we color, we learn, and we're like, oh yeah, I won't be doing that again. Now, one thing that I'm not throwing in the towel on at all, and that's using water. Okay, y'all know I'm trying to fall in love with watercolor, all the water mediums, and I don't care if however it comes out with water. It's just part of the process. But there's something I love about water, you know. I would rather every coloring book come in like a watercolor paper version and a version that's ideal for colored pencils. Like if every coloring book could be produced in 3 versions, a mixed media paper, a watercolor paper, and a paper suitable for colored pencils. That would be an ideal world. Like that wouldn't be economical on any level. But it would be great because as a colorist, you could say like, oh, that new Johanna book, I really want that one on watercolor paper. Or that Kirby book, I want that one on mixed media paper. You know what I mean? Oh, I would be in heaven. Let's see. Do I want to put this blue purple? I think I want to put it down here. But yeah, that would be phenomenal. You could just pick, but unfortunately you can't. And these books do not come with watercolor paper. Even the ones that say they're on watercolor paper, it's not really like artist grade watercolor paper. The sizing is not the same. And so it's not going to behave the same. I think I'm going to put that on both of these sections. For the sake of efficiency. Okay, you guys, I guess I'm going to get out of here. I didn't get as far on that mountain as I thought I was going to get. Let me get through the chat. Alcohol markers to eventually replace the Olo alcohol marker has to attach to their, had both brush ends. Which alcohol markers do you want to get? So you want both halves to have brush tips? Is that what you're saying for the Olos? Brittany, your collection is going to be out of this world when you get when you get this stuff. Out of this world. Hi, Art by Jay. I did not say hi. I will try the Brute Founders in Erie. I would. I don't have any Erie book. Well, no, wait. I do have one. I don't remember which one it is. I do have one Erie book. I haven't colored in it, though. But I loved those Brute Furner square pencils. They were phenomenal and a great price. And a great color palette. quiet as it's kept. Languel 1mm gel pen project is to take them out of their plastic boxes, put them in the cases I bought for them. I love organizing projects. Oh my gosh, Ambient, you and I, we get along. The swatching, the organizing, the art side of things, I love it. Glitter gel pens. I haven't used gel pens really in coloring books. I had bought a lot of the Languel gel pens at one point. I ended up giving them away because I realized I wasn't going to use them in coloring books. And gel pens in general that I use like in my planner and stuff like that, I always use and have for years used the Jelly Rolls. All the versions of the Jelly Rolls. The Jelly Roll Stardust, the Jelly Roll Metallic, the Jelly Roll Classic, and the Jelly Roll Moonlight. The Jelly Roll Moonlights are almost my favorite. But I gave up the Languel because compared to the Jelly Roll Moonlight, I liked the Moonlight better. And like I said, again, I'm not coloring with them, so I don't need that many colors. I just use those pretty much in my sketchbook. I think I might have pulled out the Moonlights a little bit to cover a little bit of line work in a page once. I can't remember. I already own the 2mm lead refillable June colored pencils. I'm going to have to look into these refillable colored pencils and these refillable acrylic marker. These refillable acrylic marker pens. Because I'm not up on those. I have looked at, though, you guys, the Guangna acrylic brush markers. And I love Posca. I'm a Posca girl. But the reason I was looking at the Guangna is because they have so many more colors. And Posca has so few brush tip acrylic markers. I use my Poscas, don't get me wrong. I love them. But they don't have brush tips, and the Guangna comes in like 200 brush tips, I think you can get, or 240 maybe. Is that the biggest set of the I can't remember, but I have looked at those, and if those are on like a super deal for Prime Day, I could be tempted by a large set of acrylic markers. The only ones that I probably won't buy, you guys, and I know this is a popular brand, and that is Artex. I will not buy the Artex acrylic markers, and the reason has nothing to do with how they work, because I have no idea how they work. The reason why I wouldn't buy I don't see me buying the Artex acrylic markers is because too many ads, too many colorists, artists, everybody getting the Artex markers free and swearing that they're the best acrylic markers ever. And they could be good, but it makes me kind of not trust it. And I think this is it. They might be phenomenal. I'm not saying they're not, because I don't know. But I've seen so many disingenuous reviews that it makes me give Artex the side eye. Now, I have seen a few Artex reviews that seem legit to me. Like the people have legit used them. You can tell they really, really like them. But I have seen so many disingenuous, I got this free and I'm just doing this video because I said I would, videos for Artex that it makes me not trust them. And so I have decided Artex will not be getting my money because I just don't trust it. I've seen too many reviews that I don't believe. I know. They could be phenomenal. Listen, if they're phenomenal and if they're your favorite, please enjoy your markers and have a good time. But too many, I don't know, do any of you feel like that? Too many disingenuous, I got this for free reviews make me give a product a side eye because I just don't believe the reviews. It just, it just put me off of Artex. And then there's another company that I have been put off of, and that is Oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of it now. It's a colored pen. It's a popular colored pencil brand, Castle Art. I have been put off of Castle Art because of two things. One, there was a short period of time where I was seeing so many people having a bad customer service experience with the company Castle Art. Almost like they didn't really stand behind their product, and they really wouldn't work with people to fix different issues that they had, even minor issues that it would have been no big deal. So by Castle Art, me seeing a string of those type of videos with the people having a bad customer service experience, I was like, I know Castle Art, y'all got all this pretty stuff, but I can't in good conscience give my money to a company that doesn't treat its customer well. So yeah, Artix and Castle Art, I'm sure they don't care about my little $29 or whatever it would be. But I care, because money is not easy to come by. So I care enough to not buy from those two companies. I can't think of any others that I've been put off of like that. I'm not really on TikTok, so I'm not influenced by like TikTok Shop or anything like that. I just learned about TikTok Shop the other day. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I'm not influenced in that way, but in the coloring community, you know, those are the two for me that it's a no. Artix and Castle Art. I don't have any Kuretake Gansai Tambi, but I do have Japanese style watercolor from AliExpress. I learned about them from Egg Fumbles. I saw someone else last night. I just said her name. Why am I going blank on stuff? Spare Room Studio. Jackie was talking about those ones that Axic, is it Axic or Asic? I don't remember. But anyway, she was talking about the same ones. They were really pretty. Are you talking about the ones that they come in little squares? They're not in big pans like the Gansai Tambi, but they come in little squares. Oh my gosh, those were so pretty. And she said they weren't very expensive either. Do you like them, Ambient? I definitely can't justify buying Kuretake Gansai Tambi. I love the colors of them. The reason why I don't buy those is because one, I'm still trying to figure out just watercolor. I can't watercolor and gouache. Okay, I'm already trying to figure out. And then the other thing is the texture difference. Yeah, I don't have enough bandwidth to learn Gansai Tambi right now. Maybe down the road. They're beautiful. The other reason why I won't buy the Gansai Tambi is I don't know where I would store them. For me, not only does everything have to earn its keep in here, but it also has to make sense in terms of I have to have a place that I'm going to put it away, you know, and not just a random shelf. So I don't know where I would put them. I love my storage system right now for my watercolor and my gouache, and there's no room for anything that's not traditional watercolor or gouache. But maybe one day down the road, like if I gave it a try and I really love them, I would figure out a way to store them. Like I'm gonna figure out a way to store these Tempera Paint Sticks, I'm pretty sure, because I can kind of see me using them. We'll see as time goes. Except for the 120 Saspo. I never even heard of that. Saspo. Is that a Langual too? Now wait a minute. Are there multiple companies and it's the same Langual pens? Because I think you've mentioned like 3 so far. Langual, and then the other one that started with a Q, and now this Saspo. I don't know about any of that. I did buy some off-brand 3D gel pens since the glaze went out of stock. Did you like them? Because I'm sad about the glaze being gone. I found a company that was still selling some. It's called Durable Marker Supply. They actually go by 2 names. DurableMarkerSupply.com, and I think also just MarkerSupply.com. It's the same company. They still had glazed pens, and they might still have a few. They had some when a lot of other people were already out of them. So if you're looking for some, you might check them out. But in the meantime, we need a backup. We need a replacement. Hopefully in one of your videos, Ambient, you'll show the 3D gel pens, so we can take a look at them. The only Castle Art colored pencils I would buy are the 72 Harmonious. That's one of their most popular sets, isn't it? It's so different and so pretty. I think I have all the Castle Art sets. Got them on a massive deal. That is good, because the other thing about Castle Art, they're not necessarily cheap, especially if you buy all of the sets. Like, that's one of the things when I first got into coloring and I was looking at budget, colored pencils, and I looked at the Color, I looked at the Brute Former, I looked at the Castle Arts. There were a few others. Some of them that were budget, they were not really budget. Like, I looked at the Black Widow pencils, which already give me the heebie-jeebies because Black Widow spiders, and I just told y'all I don't do gross, I don't do scary. But, I had heard a lot of people talking about them. I don't hear people talking about the Black Widow pencils quite as much as when I first started coloring. But when I looked at those things, after you buy all the sets, they were not budget pencils at that point. Annika, okay, thank you. Those Black Widows were not budget if you wanted to get the full set. They were pricey by the time you bought them all, and I was like, you may as well buy a different set of pencils. And also, the reason why I felt like it wasn't justified, because to me, once your price crosses a certain threshold, your pencils have to be available open stock to justify the price, right? And once I added up the price of all those Black Widows, and at that time anyway, I don't know if it has changed, but at that time my understanding was they weren't even available open stock. And I was like, oh no, not for that price. No, I need to be able to replace one pencil at a time if I want to. I despise the Ancient Alien show on the History Channel. I just don't like the name of the show. Saspo is a different brand than Langua. Oh, okay. Kimari is Langua. Okay. Guangna is a different brand than Langua. I didn't know for sure. I really didn't know. Is Guangna, do they go under multiple names too? That's the main name that I see for those acrylic markers. Okay, I will request no. Yes, thank you, Ambient. Okay, you guys, I am going to go. I love you guys for your support. I'm so grateful, and thank you for hanging out with me today. I will hopefully finish this page. Thank you guys for coming on my first Tempera Paint Stick adventure. If I get this page done, I'll post it on my wall or whatever on YouTube. All right, y'all be blessed. Have a good night. I'll be back Monday for my Creatively Faithful Live on Monday at 2 p.m. I didn't do it this past Monday, but I will be doing it this Monday. And I'll see y'all if I don't see you then, because I do the Creatively Faithful Mondays at 2 p.m. Central. If I don't see you then, I'll be back here Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.